Do you have any idea what you're doing by canceling last minute on coming to my wedding? I'm going to tell the whole family about this, and that will be the end of you. And I'm not even joking this time either, so you'd better be ready. Hi, Layla. I always knew that you wanted to pick fights with me about random things. Now, what is it this time? What wedding are you talking about? And how exactly have I canceled last minute on you when I haven't said anything yet? Huh? What do you mean by that? You really are the absolute worst. Then let me tell you what I'm talking about again. This wedding that I'm telling you about, it's an event where a couple gets married to one another. You know, because they love each other and want to show everyone. I see, and I'm sure it's pretty difficult for someone like you to explain what a wedding is to me. Just an FYI though, Layla, I know what a wedding is, so you don't have to take the time explaining all of that to me. I'm just asking what wedding you're talking about because I don't ever remember canceling last minute on you. Playing dumb like that in order to get me to not become upset with you is not going to work. How much of a jerk are you, May? Like, seriously, I know you're aware what day today is, and I will not let you get away with what you've done. Hey now, I don't think I'm that much of a jerk. I mean, I'm still talking with you even though you've said so many harsh things to me, right? And you talking to me like that is why I'm calling you a jerk. You are such a smartass. Not only are you a total lowlife, but as a human in general, you freaking suck. And that's why people like myself hate your guts. But tell me, what's made you hate me so much like that in the first place? I don't think I've ever done anything wrong when around you. At least nothing warranting this kind of abuse. Because back when you first came and met all of my family, you acted like a total smartass in front of them all. Do you understand what I mean by that? Everyone in my family are elites. Yet you came in acting like some kind of know-it-all in front of everyone when you're nothing more than a stupid lowlife. All I was doing was responding to all the cruel things you were saying about me. The rest of your family was completely fine with me at the time, besides you, actually. If anything, you were the one acting like a smartass towards me, right? That's because I am smart. I'm the one who's going to be running a company, unlike you. Are you in charge of anything, May? Do you have a company of your own that you built from the ground up? No, I'm not really running my own company or anything. Then that means my family and I are far smarter than you and better. Because my family and I are all running a company that we did start. And right now, I even have a smaller business of my own. I can't believe you still have to brag about something like that at your age. I have to, because you keep on acting like that every time I have something to say, you jerk. You lowlifes should only be doing one thing, and that's listening to what the rest of us say to you. Then explain to me why you're getting married to Rob. I don't mind you saying things like that to me, but he is on the same level of lowlife as I am, right? I mean, we come from the same house and everything. That's because it's up to me to decide who is really a lowlife and who isn't. And the thing with Rob is that he has himself put together into this cute package for me. He's really tall, and he has the body that any model would be dreaming of having. So I was thinking of making him just that, a model. I knew you saw things that way with him. Also, when thinking about having kids with a man like him, all our kids will be getting his looks, but they won't have to inherit anything like having been a lowlife. I'll make sure to take great care of a man like Rob, so please don't worry about him, May. With a reason for wanting to be married to him like that one, there is no way I'm going to just shut up and let it happen. Oh, that's right, marriage. You've really gone and done it now. I still cannot believe that a lowlife like you would be willing to stand me up on my wedding day. I'll make sure my whole family crushes you under their feet. And according to your wedding invitation, your wedding isn't happening for another 10 years. What? So your wedding will be taking place 10 years from now, right? I'm going to assume that I'm not the only one with an invitation like this one. Most likely everyone that got your invitation is thinking that your wedding will take place in 10 years. In 10 years? Huh? There's no way that's actually written on my invitations. And even if it did say that, you'd think everyone would have known there was a mistake there and have told me about it already, right? Perhaps they think it's just another one of your jokes, since you always seem to think you're above everyone else. I'm going to have a look for myself right now. Oh, crap. You weren't lying. I just had a look at one of the copies, and it says my wedding is happening 10 years from now. Seriously, how could a mistake as big as this happen to me? Well, have you seen yourself and how you behave? Honestly, the only thing I'm a little shocked by is it taking you until your wedding day to notice a mistake like that. The one that made all of those invitations was Rob, though. I did nothing wrong here and cannot be blamed for this one. He told me to leave all of the invitations to him so that I didn't have to stress about it. This is such a pain in the ass for me now. Seriously? It's your fault for leaving something as important as that in his hands, though. Have you seen my brother before? He is the last person you'd want to leave in charge of something as important as the wedding invitations. So then this must mean that none of the other guests have come to your wedding yet, right? My parents are here right now. Also, some of the well-respected men from my dad's work are here as well that he invited to come along. Then that means you're going to have yourself one hell of a time today. What are you going to do about all of that? This might just end up ruining your guys' image as company owners and operators, right? Shut the hell up. Unlike you, I have a lot of things that make me respectable, and something like this won't tarnish my name. I can start calling everyone up right now and have them come out immediately to celebrate me. All I have to do is delay the wedding a little until I've gotten all of my guests here. If you're able to get all of your guests to come last minute, that would be insane, but... Hey, Rob. Seems like things are really going off the rails over there. Are you going to be all right? I saw that the date on your invitations are all wrong and that you're to blame for that.
It seems that way, doesn't it? I was wondering who was at fault for that.
Well, it just so happened to have been you that made such a drastic mistake, right?
I don't think so. I don't make mistakes like that, so it couldn't have been me. But for some reason, it seems that Layla's pissed off with me, so I'd better go figure out why that is.
Who was the one that made all those wedding invitations again?
There's no mistaking that it was me. You got one of the ones that I made for you, right? I put some of my own special touches on all of them for the people I love.
And who was it that wrote down all of the dates on these wedding invitations?
Of course, that was me as well. No mistaking that. After all, I was the one who made all those invitations.
Then when it comes to who ended up making such a mistake, like writing the wrong year on the card, who could be at fault?
I've thought about that, but I can't put my finger on who it could be. There must have been someone in the mix that made that mistake.
I know that you're my little brother and all, but dude, you're kind of freaking lost. You even landed a woman like Kayla, so if this whole marriage thing does happen, I wonder what kind of family you'll both make. By the way, are you really going to get married to Layla?
Of course I'm marrying her. After all, she's next in line to becoming the CEO of that company, Rockstar Incorporated, right? I would never let a woman like her slip through my fingers.
Oh. So you're that kind of way as well when it comes to marriage?
I mean, Rockstar Incorporated is a very famous company, right? They even have commercials airing on TV and billboards all over the United States.
Well, if even you know about the company, I suppose it is really famous.
Right? And Layla's the daughter of that company's CEO. There is no mistaking the fact that she is absolutely loaded, right? I have to marry that treasure chest.
So it's the both of you who are done for then?
She also happens to have a cute little face that I could just smooch on for days and days. Also, she's wearing only the most expensive brands of clothing. That makes her tight body look so freaking good to me. The funny thing is, though, she says that I'm the good-looking one between the both of us. She thinks that I have a better figure than her, and that's why she always gives me those brand new clothes to wear, which I'm totally okay with. She also wants me to become a model, though, which honestly sounds terrible, and I don't want to do it.
What brands are you talking about?
Well, she's into all those famous ones, you know. But the stuff she gives to me all looks like stuff I've never seen before. Yet she tells me it's very famous and expensive. She even gives me pajamas from those brands to wear. I think that it's starting to become too much for me, though. I know that she's into me for my looks, though, so as long as I keep on looking good for her, she won't let me go and I can have access to that sweet, sweet moolah.
I was thinking of stepping in and handling the situation for you if you looked like you needed help. But it seems like you have it all figured out. Although it doesn't seem like today's wedding is going to end up happening unless you're okay with barely any guests there.
What? Why would that bother me?
Remember how I said that your invitation states that your wedding takes place in 10 years? And who is to blame for that?
10 years from now? But when I made all those invitations for you guys, I made sure to hand them to Layla to do the final check on them. Well, it'll all be fine. I don't need any of those guests here anyway. Layla told me that her dad would be inviting all of his employees to come and take up some seats.
What? What do you mean?
Well, I'm sure that he wants to show this wedding off to everyone from his company, right? He will invite them all to come here right now. They all dress in suits for work, so they'll fit in just fine here. Everything is going to be just fine when it comes to them.
I see then. You'll have yourselves a fake audience there now. And now that everything is ready to go, we'll be starting our special wedding. Did you think that nobody would be coming to my wedding today? What's that? What ended up happening then? I just told you, my dad would be inviting all of his friends and workers to come and join us at my wedding today, and now I'm showing you. I told you that, right? And now that my wedding is filled with guests, I can send you a picture proving it. Ah. It does seem as though there's a large crowd of people at your wedding now, but something's off about that. Just everyone seems a bit stiff and awkward. Is it just me that thinks everyone there looks like they're not having a very good time? Huh? Now, you tell me what you're trying to say about my wedding right now. Are you trying to say that all these people my parents brought into my wedding don't even know who I am or why they need to be here? I'm sorry, I heard something from Rob about that. From what he was saying, all of those people are being paid to be there by your dad in order to fill up the wedding and make it look good, right? I mean, they're all on company time, right? Huh? Why the hell would he bring something like that up with you? Well, you only told me about how your wedding was today a little over an hour ago. And for you to have all those people there within an hour when they would have most likely not expected there to be a wedding today? Well, that just seemed impossible to me. Even if Rob didn't tell me anything, I would have known that they weren't the people you planned on having there today. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Even if that's the case, at least I have all these people here now. This proves that both myself and my family have that kind of godly power. We are far superior to you lowlifes. Ugh, so did you just start texting me again just to boast about something like that? I'm not boasting about anything, though. I'm just giving you the facts is all. And if you still have time, how about you come on out here and enjoy the wedding? I am totally fine not going to that mess. Now, you and my brother have a wonderful wedding today. Huh? This is the wedding that your little brother is a part of, and you're going to just skip it with that cold attitude? What's that all about? I have specifically invited you out to come and experience a gorgeous wedding that someone like you will never have the chance of experiencing again. All of you know that this wedding cost $300,000 to put together. You're joking, right? Wait, really? You're spending that kind of money on a wedding, and you let something as important as the date on the invitation be wrong by 10 years? I guess I can see why you want to try anything you can to get me to feel jealous for you after such a simple yet dire mistake as that almost ruined everything today. If you already know how much this has been stressing me out, then come here. Please, May. There's that Layla I've known about. But no matter how much you beg, I can't make it out there today. You already have a lot of random people there, right? So your wedding will be just fine the way it is. You jerk!
Layla, what's going on with you now? Your dad seemed to be furious about something just then. Who made him that upset?
You did, you brain-dead asshole! You went and screwed up the date on our wedding invitations by 10 damn years! You shouldn't even question why my dad, of all people, would be furious now.
But it was you that went and looked over all the invitations before we sent them out, right? In other words, that means you're just as responsible for all of this as I am, right?
Huh? Why should I be at fault?
Well, because you were supposed to notice a mistake like that one, right? Why would you suggest being the one to do a final check over everything if you're not even going to take any responsibility for a mistake you made?
What you're saying to me right now is like that of an elementary schooler. This is what makes you a damn lowlife.
You're calling me a lowlife? Is that how you always thought of me?
Well, of course that's how I've thought of you this whole time. The only reason I'm wanting to marry you is because you're good looking. On the inside, you are completely screwed up and at a level that is close to a total dumbass. Hell, you're so stupid that you must have been that way before becoming a lowlife. You're the direct definition of an idiot. A brainless idiot.
Is that all you have to say about me? I'm only in this marriage for your family's money.
What?
If I'm the direct definition of an idiot, then you're the direct definition of a bully. I only ever started talking with you in the hopes that I could marry you and use you for your money. There you go.
Huh. I see. So you just wanted to experience your dreams of being rich by using me. Then allow me to take those dreams away from you forever. This wedding is not happening anymore, and our marriage is off. Now you've gone and gotten the opposite results, you idiot.
What? Why?
Why are you asking me why? Can't you already see the reason why? You really think that someone like me would want to make your dreams of making you rich come true when all you are is a brain-dead lowlife?
But you're into my looks and want to make me a model, right?
That's the truth, but I can find myself a far better looking man than you, who isn't just into me for my family's money. If anything, using the power and influence my dad has, I can find myself an actor to marry, no problem. I have no use for your stupid ass anymore.
All right already. I'll become that dang model you've been wanting me to be, and I'll wear all those uncool clothes. You've wanted me to become a model for that specific group of branded clothing you're always having me wear, right? There you go. Now, please, let's get back to enjoying this wedding so that you can feel like a princess again.
Huh? Those clothes are all freaking cool. You just don't have any taste when it comes to high fashion.
What? No matter how I've tried wearing that clothing, it's lame. If I had to choose between wearing a trash bag or those brands, I'd choose the trash bag without any hesitation.
You're making fun of my brands that way? Don't you dare think this is over with. Do you have any idea how much stock I've bought from those brands?
And I told you that if you really wanted me to model for them, I will. Now let's get back to this wedding and get married. Come on. I want to become a part of Rockstar Incorporated. All right?
Who would want you being a part of this family? You get the hell out of here, you lost cause of a lowlife. What the actual frick? You and your sister are both the most mentally exhausting siblings on the planet. Hey! I'm going to make you responsible for all of this trouble as well. It's because of you that half of this had to happen today. What? What all was my fault? Because as far as I'm aware, I haven't done anything at all besides reply back to you today. My dad is frickin' pissed off with everyone right now. He went as far as to call all of his employees to come here today and watch my wedding, yet it's being canceled now and he's been left embarrassed. I've been left embarrassed. I'm sure that would be pretty embarrassing to have to sit through, though. I mean, that poor man had even brought along some of his elite friends, and they had to sit there and watch as his daughter's wedding fell apart. He's asking for me to pay for this whole wedding as a way of showing that I'm sorry. Hey, what the hell am I going to do about all of this? Is there a reason as to why you're asking me that? I don't have anything to do with your wedding, so just go figure something out by yourself. And since the wedding and marriage are off, that means you and I are no longer going to become family and are just strangers. Which means you really shouldn't be texting me about all of your personal problems right now because it's very rude. It's because you never stepped in as the older sister and disciplined Rob that he's become such a helpless idiot. When an animal makes mistakes like that, it's at the fault of its caretaker. In other words, that means all of this is your fault. Rob is not some animal, though, and I do not take care of him. Is that right? You both are equally lowlifes, which means that the both of you are animals. And no animal knows how to take care of another animal, right? Oh, you just keep those jabs coming, Layla. You just keep those jabs coming. Let me just say that you're not in the position to be preaching to me in any way like that. Huh? What do you mean by that? Layla, all of those hurtful and outright inappropriate comments you've made about me are not things that the future CEO of Rockstar Inc. should be openly saying to others, right? What would happen if people were to begin to find out about all of these comments? What? Do you have any idea what that might do to you and your family? You should already know what toll that would take on the company. You've been in line to take over that company from your father, and that means all the things you say and do come with. To put this into your own words, you are a pet, and your owner is Rockstar Inc. And that means the owner will have to take responsibility for your actions in the end. That's how things work in your world, right? What are you trying to say then? I'm saying that I could go out right now and show the world what the daughter of Rockstar's CEO has said about me. Then there would be a loss of faith in Rockstar Inc. And that would leave your father in tears as he has to deal with the shame that has been brought upon him and his company by you. That might even be the final straw for him, and he'll never be able to forgive you again, right? What? The reason I haven't already gone out and done something like that already is because I'm a very considerate person. What? Wait, but if you go out and do that, you won't be gaining anything, right? That's right, I really wouldn't be. But it would make me feel a little bit better at least. I've been treated quite horribly for a while now by you, right? Okay, I get it. I'll take back all of the things I've said to you before. I'll say that I've learned my lesson and will apologize to you for all of it. I'm sorry. I was just caught in the moment and started to ramble on about things. All right, I'll take that apology into consideration. Now, goodbye forever, Layla. What? Hold on just a moment. So this is how things end? You're just going to abandon me in a way such as that? I mean, all of your problems you have right now were caused by you, right? And even if you want to make my brother responsible for some of your problems, you both still have nothing to do with me. I can't just blame all of this on Rob, though. We can't even talk to one another anymore thanks to all that's happened. What I'm saying is that it's not my job to be taking care of your self-inflicted problems. Just go talk with your father and try to make up for what you did. There is no way he and I can make up after what happened, and that brand is going to fail because of me. My dad gave me a lot of money to go and start up my own company or brand, and so that's what I went out and did. That brand? What brand are you talking about now? Are you talking about that brand of clothing, or should I say brands of clothing you were making my brother wear? I started to design clothing that I wanted people to wear and hired someone to make a brand that could sell my clothing. I started to buy stocks in it as well, and soon the one brand became multiple, but I just needed someone to start modeling the clothing for me. So that's why you took my brother, who happens to be very tall and slender, and wanted to make him into your model? Well, if he was always saying no to you about becoming your model, how freaking lame is your clothing? I wanted to use our wedding and have him dress up in some of the clothes so that I could announce that the brands are a huge deal and that people should buy them. Wait, you wanted to do that at today's wedding? I see, so that's why it ended up costing you $300,000 in total. Yet the only people that ended up coming were my parents and a bunch of middle-aged men from my dad's company. And those older men that are really powerful and close to my dad, if I had to make that announcement and have Rob model in front of all those people, there wouldn't have been any good results. Today's wedding wasn't just meant to be some stupid old wedding. There was a whole fashion show behind it that was made to sell my brands to the world. Is that so? Well, that's too bad then. But this is all what was coming for you, right? Shut your mouth. Part of what happened is because of your little brother. Well, even if some of it is, none of it has to do with me. And we both know very well that my brother is a complete fool and has nothing in that cute head of his besides packing peanuts. Yet you still chose to marry him, right? In other words, the reason this all happened is because of your choices. It doesn't matter how good of a face and body he has. This is totally the end for me. I'm going to take so much damage from all of this that I'll never be able to go anywhere again. And when my dad decides to get rid of me, I'll be utterly done for. Anywho, good luck fixing all those mistakes you've made. Oh, and when you have time, tell all your family about me and come crush me, okay? Are you all right, Rob? It looked like you were pretty sad after all of that.
Of course I'm sad after that. I lost my chance to dip my hands into the money of Rockstar Incorporated. That fish was just too big for me, I guess.
You really had such an unlikable attitude, dude.
Also, I'm being asked by her dad to pay for that wedding with her. Why do I have to do that? I'm not responsible for any of that crap.
No, I think you are responsible for at least half of what ended up happening. Also, you went and told your fiancé the real reason why you wanted to marry her, and it had nothing to do with love, right? I'm sorry to say this, but you're getting what you asked for with this one.
I guess there was no helping it then. Whatever, I guess. At least the people Layla had been showing me to before in the modeling business are going to give me a contract working with them.
What?
I guess I'll go work with them for a bit now. And if things go really well for me, I think I'll have a better chance of finding myself a woman that has lots of money to spare.
Rob, you're only asking for more trouble by saying things like that. Well, at least when it comes to myself, watching from the sidelines was quite enjoyable. I'm sure having to pay off $300,000 is going to be hell for you, but at least you can suffer alongside Layla for a bit.
I don't want to ever see that jerk again. I don't even care about Rockstar Incorporated or anyone involved with them anymore. Next time, I'm going to make sure I can marry someone rich.
Well, good luck to you then, Rob. Although I'm not sure if there's going to be anyone else besides Layla that is crazy enough to marry a complete moron like you. After that, Layla was forced to take on the full magnitude of that wedding's costs, and this led to her brands having to take a break for a while. Rather, she could no longer create designs for said brands and would be asked to stop working with them as the owner looked for more popular styles. Layla was also disowned by her family not too long after, and she could no longer flaunt the fact that she was the daughter of a CEO to anyone. After that, she was quite literally left with no house and no money for a little while and had to resort to selling all those stocks she'd bought, which didn't make her much due to those brands' infancy. All I know now is that it's going to be a very large journey for her to pay off her half of the wedding costs. And hopefully she was able to take out a good loan with not too high of interest. Really, it's ironic to think about how often she would call me a lowlife and everything, only to end up one herself not too long after. I heard that she just landed herself a short-term job, though, out on a ranch somewhere way outside of the city, and will have to go live there for a bit in order to make money. She, however, has not yet lost that dream of making a very famous brand using her designs, so we'll just have to see where that all goes. I just hope she knows that working on a ranch of all places is hard work and that those cattle are no joke. Maybe I'll be seeing her in the news someday, talking about how she got stampeded by a herd of them or something. When it comes to Rob, he went and started to work for that modeling company that Layla introduced him to, and is now starring on the fronts of magazines everywhere. All of the money he brings in from his modeling goes right into paying off his half of that wedding, leaving him with only enough money for an apartment and some food. All I can say is at least he's making good money and becoming more famous, which just goes to show how unfair life really is. I honestly wonder what Layla thinks whenever she sees her ex's face on all those magazines and on some billboards. I'm sure that fills her heart with rage at all times, or also possibly some regret. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.